home of the Bills since 1973. We are at Bills Stadium just south of downtown Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Throwing now is Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen. And Diggs has it. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards. On play action, Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
So after the INT, here's Wentz, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Hines again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, Wentz. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Second and 15. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Blankenship's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd and a yard, Allen. His throw incomplete. This defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, on is the former Dolphin Matt Hawk to punt for Buffalo, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Forced out to his left. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Singletary here running out of the gun. Always got some breathing room. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he ran right through 1 tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. And that's on the tackle, Braden Smith. They fake the give. Now Wentz. They'll get this off to Taylor. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 32. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action. Now Wentz. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Flush to his right. They'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play. Wentz now on first down. He's got Granson, his tight end. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Wentz now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try the left side with Taylor.
Runs over him. Taron Johnson made the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Now a play fake. Wentz rolling to his right.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Second and 12.
Here's Wentz to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
And that's all about recognition right there because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, you don't want a coach in Charles to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting out outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. On play action, it's Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown.
I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, big plays have been the story so far into this 3rd quarter. They have really been running wild this whole ball game, and there's another example right there on the touchdown run.
And their execution has been exceptional, especially for a team that's played with great pace. They've controlled the tempo, played how they've wanted to, and they're having their way right now.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Flushed out right. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. On 1st down, Singletary. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd and 4. On play action, Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Moss. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
On 2nd down, Singletary. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Singletary again. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but
They certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz.
And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Got an open man, that's Campbell.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now Wentz again.
Got an open man. It's Strong. 2nd and 6.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Wentz going to throw. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On play action, Allen. And that'll be incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
On 2nd down now, Singletary. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. That'll be taken in by Strong.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Out to his left.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Throwing on first is Wentz. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Throwing now is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Mike Strawn.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Bills 34, Colts 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Switch gears. Jim. Watch twist. Watch out.
From the gun, it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And no room to maneuver there. Give them a yard up to the 47. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. To the air, Allen. And he's got his man here, Beasley. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's make these babies come out.
A give, Singletary right side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
John Feliciano, the guard, the guilty party there.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Singletary again. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Colts 4-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Singletary. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Allen to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Wentz now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect